Hey, what's going on, everybody? Strider's back with another high ELO cast. This time it is the first game of the Jayce patch, and luckily we have Stvicious playing Jayce, and he's actually jungling it. I've seen him stream for a majority of the day, like 2 or 3 games in a row. He's been trying to get jungle Jayce to work, so we're going to see. I think he's lost the past couple of games with him. So we're going to see if we can actually get a win. See if he can find out a really good build for him. We also have ZionSpartan, who's been doing phenomenal pretty much all day. Well, he's already a great player all the time, but he's been doing a really good job lately. So I'm excited to see that. And we have chubbybear, or Nyjacky, actually, playing Xerath. And we have a Corki. Xerath's buffs are going to be really interesting because with just his passive from his Locus and the masteries you can get, if you max that out, he gets 50% magic pen. 50, count it, 50% magic pen without any items. If he gets a void staff, he's almost doing true damage to everybody. It doesn't even matter who it is. So that's going to be pretty crazy. I'm interested to see how the new Xerath plays out. Corki, he's Corki. He's able to farm really easily. He's probably going to bring a really interesting dynamic to the team, especially with Jayce, because I believe they build the same type of items, like Trinity Force, and then kind of go AD after that. I guess it kind of depends if he's going to build Jayce as a melee or ranged. So we'll see how that goes. We have Kennen on the team, which provides amazing AoE CC. So with that, and then being able to possibly line people up and get people off of Xerath, so Xerath can just super long range cast all of his spells. It'll be really interesting to see. So I think the blue team might have a pretty good, and they have an Ashe, so Ashe is going to do amazing as far as being support, because I think she's actually just a support Ashe. Yeah, it seems that she's support Ashe, so that'll be interesting to see. But her arrow, her crystallized arrow, and then her passive, all of her spells just slow all the time. So she's going to have all the AoE slows, trying to get the whole team there. Ashe will be able to kite the entire red team for the most part. As for the red team, they have Blitzcrank. Of course, Blitzcrank is amazing with CC. He has a great silence, great AoE silence. It is only 0.5 second silence, but it's still extremely disruptive when you're trying to flash away. If he grabs you and then silences you, or grabs you, power fists you, and then silences you, it's really difficult. Oh, and the grab just barely missed. It's incredibly difficult to get away. Grab is down, so the blue team is going to go aggressive on to the Blitzcrank, and a lot of damage coming out from Ashe and the Corki, forcing him to recall. And in mid lane, Lux is actually trading relatively well with the Xerath. So it should be interesting to see how this plays out as well, because both of them have spells that are incredibly long range. If Xerath ever goes into the Lux of Power, which I think is what it's called, yeah, the Lux of Power, he's going to be stationary, which is going to give Lux almost a free snare or a free slow with the burst on the end of it. So there's a lot of damage coming out, a lot of ganks coming out. It's hard to see where to focus on right now. Blitz again is incredibly low. Kennen was able to get away from the gank relatively easily. No harm, no foul. It doesn't look like he's going to go in after the Xerath. I would think that Nocturne with a spell shield would be able to block Xerath's first Q, which is what he needs to land, followed by an additional spell in order to stun somebody. Great job by Nyjacky, the Xerath being able to put on as much really long range harass as possible. Lux is getting kind of alone. She's pushed to the tower, and a big fight going down. Blitzcrank does go down from the fight. Corki is still incredibly low. And Ezreal might go in, but it's going to be very dangerous. Corki is level 4 now, with Ezreal only at level 3, but he should get level 4 pretty quickly. And we have a great gank from Nocturne coming in. Ezreal might go down before he does. Oh no! Ezreal is able to get away with the flash and the arcane shift, able to get a ton of damage, and I think this is going to be a double kill. Great job by the red team being able to bait out. That was perfect play on the Ezreal's part to be able to get away from that Gatling gun. Oh, and Jayce coming in doing as much damage as he can. Does get, oh, amazing job being able to get that shock blast down and an auto attack, trying to run away, and then he uses, oh, unfortunately he didn't get away. He did all the spells that he could to try and get away. Unfortunately, it was not quite enough. Nocturne was able to pick up the kill with the slow from the red buff, as well as the fear. Great game coming out so far. There's a lot of there's just a lot of action going on all over the map. Xerath and Lux are still going at it. Oh, and Xerath gets snared, but Lux is not level 6 and she doesn't feel safe or comfortable following up on that at all, which I wouldn't be either. Running into Xerath is always, you have to be really close range in order to kill him for the most part. It's easy to dodge his skill shots for the most part, but oh, great grab by the Blitz. I didn't think he thought he was going to grab it. He seemed like he was pretty far back. Oh, now he's going to get down by Corki. Yes, he is. Great job. That Phosphorus Bomb was able to provide vision even after he walked into that second bush, so he wasn't able to get away from the blue team. Great slow by the Ashe, able to get a lot more damage. No, Ezreal turns around and just does not care at this point. He's doing a lot more damage to Corki than Corki's doing to him at the present time. Nocturne looks like he's coming down. He's level 6 now, so we're going to see a great gank coming in. Corki's already incredibly low. And Ezreal's been aggressive pretty much the whole game, so it's hard to tell if he's baiting out a fight or if he's trying to give away his position. And I think Corki saw Nocturne. No, he clearly did not. Great ult by the Nocturne. He is going to get a lot of damage. Spell shield going down. He's going to pick up the kill on the tower. Does take a few tower shots, but he's going to get away successfully without Ashe there to provide any of the slows. Unfortunate for the blue team, but it perfectly timed for the red team. Red team did an amazing job. Just perfect timing. Right when Ashe recalled, Nocturne was there. He was level 6. He was ready for the gank. Xerath is going to finally pick up blue buff. Oh no, disconnected. And it looks like Riven is going to dive him. Yes, Riven doesn't care. Bad manner on Riven's part, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to level, or not level, but gain that ELO. Even though ZionSpartan's still kind of up there, but taking that kill is a little bit on the shady side. That's okay though, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to win. But no harm done. Xerath might throw a blind spell in there, but he didn't get her in time. Very unfortunate. Riven was able to get the kill and get away without any problems. And now Ashe is gone after Kennen left. So I wonder if they're in the same area. I don't know if like an internet connection went out, 'cause typically people don't do any sort of DDoS attacks in solo queue, because that would be very strange to do. But Kennen is disconnecting and reconnecting repeatedly, so you never know. But now with 2 champions down on the blue team, it's going to be very difficult for them to stay in this game. Red team might just group up mid or group up dragon, get some. Oh, now Stvicious Jayce is disconnected from the game, so now they have 3 disconnects. Possibly 4. Oh no, it looks. Yeah. I don't know. Everyone's disconnecting. Jeez. I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna enable chat real quick just to see what I can think of. Oh, there's a bunch of lag. That's what happened. Okay, so it seems like it was the entire game that was lagging, which is extremely weird. Yeah, it looks like it's been happening all day, so it is a riot issue, which is always possible, always unfortunate as well. A kill going down on Kennen from the Nocturne, and great damage coming out from Lux, being able to get a ton of damage off. Lux does successfully flash to the wall. She does take aggro from the dragon, and the light blind gets both of them on it. And Xerath's ult, she does juke two of them. And Jayce goes down from the laser, also hitting Xerath. On top of that, oh my gosh. So Lux did an incredible job being able to follow up on that. Oh, and a lot of damage going on to Xerath. It looks like, yes, Xerath will go down from the Dustbringer. That is, again, very unfortunate. The blue team is so far behind now. They have their support down, and they're also down in a lot of kills. And Kennen's getting dove here, but does get the ignite off onto the Riven. Riven does go down, but Nocturne getting those kills is going to be incredibly good.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh, the grab being missed from Blitzcrank. I'm not sure if... I think this might be part of the lag still, because it doesn't look like that Blitzcrank hook was anywhere close to where it should have been. A lot of people recalling from the red team. Nobody's still gone for Dragon. Interested to see when that team fight is going to come along. It doesn't even look like... yeah, it doesn't look like Jayce or Ashe can even buy items. Interesting. Yeah, Lux isn't having any issues, and it looks... they say that Raven says he was having issues. A great Ashe ult, and they are able to pick up the kill, giving the kill. Oh, the grab comes out, but it does get missed. And the ult coming out onto Xerath from the Lux, the huge laser coming out. Blue team takes the bottom tower, and now they're back in this game. Hopefully they start going for Dragon. And Kennen is extremely far behind in CS as well. Fortunately, Kennen will be able to get away a little bit. He does have his Lightning Rush and his ultimate up. A lot of damage goes on to Kennen, but he's going to be able to possibly get away. Dustbringer gives a lot of speed, and so does Riven's hops. But the Lightning Rush is a little bit too strong. The Fear, if it fears him in the right direction, he could be okay. No, unfortunately, it does get ignited and goes down. But Corki and Ashe have exhausted, and they are going to do a lot of damage. Great job by Xerath being able to pick up an assist on that. And Riven just kind of left him for dead. Riven was extremely low, so that's kind of understandable. But at the same time, that might have gone differently if she stayed. Lux gets slowed by the Ashe, and I'm surprised Xerath isn't going for a stun here. Finally gets the stun out and does save the Ashe. Ashe is almost at no health. Ashe was at about 10 or less. Oh my gosh, the Ezreal ult just barely missing all of them. Well, it hit Xerath, but it missed Ashe, which is who they really wanted to target. I'm surprised that Blitzcrank is actually still bottom, because usually when the bottom tower is down on your side, you just have the AD level and farm at the tower, or not at the tower, but kind of like freeze the lane on your side while you have the support roaming, helping other lanes. It doesn't look like that is happening. Oh no! Blitzcrank gets a great grab, but decides not to Power Fist, instead runs away after he's getting destroyed by that Gatling gun. And Kennen's coming out from the woodwork. Being able to pick up that kill is Corki with the assistance of Kennen, cutting off his only real escape. Great job by the blue team. Again, they're going to really pick this back up. Jayce is coming in. He's going to get a speed buff from that. Oh, the shock almost hits him. Ah, so close. So the acceleration gate provides a lot of help. Uh-oh, red team is pinching in the Jayce right now. The acceleration gate with the flash is... Oh no, great stun by the Lux, or snare by the Lux, and the laser. Xerath flashes over the wall, but instead of going towards Tribush, goes closer to blue. Riven did not decide to cut him off, though. Great job by Xerath being able to get away without any real problems. He does have to burn flash, but you know, that's an expense at saving your life. There was 3 people on the red team at top. For some reason, I can't click on my mini-map anywhere. That's a tad bit on the annoying side. Oh no, light binding! Picking up the big creep as well as binding Ashe. Interesting maneuver. Don't typically see that. That light binding goes so far though, which is awesome. I like how it snares 2 people too. That can be completely game changing, and it really makes running away a tad bit easier. Nocturne going on to the Xerath. Xerath tries to get a stun off, but unfortunately gets light binded for the kill as well as feared. And hitting that light binding while he's feared is an amazing feat in itself. Great acceleration gate and shock blast by the Jayce. Jayce doing as much damage as he can. The shield goes off from... Oh no, unfortunately it does not do enough. The Lux shield... Oh, the light binding just barely missing Jayce. Great job. Lux is trying to pass him up. Oh no, the shot going off, doing a little bit of damage, but I don't think he's going to be able to get away from this. Light binding does hit him, and the laser comes out and smashes Jayce in the face. Corki taking down Nocturne, as Nocturne was... Yeah, Nocturne was in their jungle, and Corki was able to jump him alongside of Ashe and Kennen. Now, blue team is pushing this top tower extremely hard. I'm not sure exactly why Ashe went away. Yeah, it looks like Ashe and Corki are both recalling. I kind of expected them to push this top tower as hard as possible. It is at about 2/3 health now. It's at pretty close to half. I think with all 3 of them there, they would have been able to take that tower down. Or at least dove the Riven, because the Riven's had half health. Ezreal's behind Kennen. He has no idea. He's running directly into that bush, and he is going to go down for certain. Blitzcrank picking up the kill. The best person to get that kill on is the person who's warding your brushes. Blue team is now bottom. Well, at least Corki is, and he's gonna recall after this. He notices it's not safe because everybody is kind of just far behind. And again, the people at the Curse house are disconnecting left and right. We're hoping it's not a Riot server issue. Unfortunately, if it's not a Riot server issue, it's either an internet connectivity issue, which is unlikely for something like that to kind of happen over and over and over again. A great Blitzcrank grab coming out, and a silence. Oh, and she flashes at the wrong time. Great laser by the Lux, picking up the kill. And Corki's just doing insane amounts of damage to the Nocturne, but Nocturne's going to be able to get away anyway. Nocturne has a Frozen Mallet and a Wriggles Lantern with a Ninja Tabi, so he's not going to be taking much of any damage from anybody on this team, except for Xerath. And Kennen, of course, but Kennen was DC'd for quite some time, so he's a low level. Light binding coming out, oh, only hitting 1, but it was still a great job, and the laser might come out for the kill. I don't think she would have enough damage. It's close. She would have got that auto attack to proc her passive. She could have definitely lasered, although it is still on cooldown. Ezreal coming up behind Xerath. Xerath is getting destroyed, and a great ultimate coming out from Ezreal. Ezreal does do a lot of damage, but he does go down from the Gatling gun on the auto attacks from Corki and the missile barrage. Just absolutely destroying. The light binding just barely misses Corki, but Corki does get a little bit more damage, and Lux is coming in. Corki has to flash past and flash over, and the laser coming out, picking up? Nobody. It looks like Kennen killed her before any of the damage even went out, which is interesting. It happened at almost the same time, because that laser definitely was right on top of Corki and it didn't do any damage. So great job on Kennen being able to disrupt that laser. Oh, Kennen popping a Slicing Maelstrom just a little bit too late, unable to get Riven inside of it with the stun. Just quite unfortunate, but at this time Riven is so fed, I'm not sure if he wants to go on a one-on-one duel, even with his Slicing Maelstrom up. Riven has almost double the creep kills that Kennen has. And Ezreal takes down Ashe without a problem. Ezreal and Blitzcrank. Now Ezreal is just going to be hardcore pushing this bottom lane back to where it needs to be, which is at the front of their doorstep. Nocturne's all by himself in the jungle of the blue team. I think this is a very dangerous maneuver, since literally every single person on his team is very far away from him. So if he got caught out, there's nothing he could do. He could possibly survive just from the spell shield and his fear and his Dustbringer to speed him up. He does have quite a bit of health as well from the Frozen Mallet. Power Fist coming out, oh, interrupting right in the middle of it. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Ashe was also a tad bit too late, but right in the middle of Corki's Valkyrie, he got Power Fisted, literally right in the middle. So his cooldown went off, but he didn't actually go anywhere. Great laser by Lux, being able to give a free kill onto the Riven, and the ult from Ezreal being thrown out does hit Kennen. I don't think that's who he's going for, but it does hit him. Oh, Kennen just barely broke the fear leash. And the Ignite coming out from Kennen might be able to pick up the kill. The lifesteal is not going to be enough. Oh, I thought for sure that Nocturne was going to be able to get out of that. That was probably the last tick of the Ignite. Grab just barely missing from the Blitzcrank. Corki's going to be able to pick up that kill without a hitch. And a lot of damage coming out. The Ignite goes out as well with the flash. No, Corki's not going to be able to follow up on that. Riven is just too hoppity-hoppity. I'm sorry, there was no flash. I was expecting a flash, but there's no flash. At this point in time, I'm not exactly sure what the blue team can do to come back from this. If all of their champions stop disconnecting, that would be a great start. Since the kills are 15 to 23 and they're 12k gold behind at 22 minutes, it's not very likely, I would say. It's going to be extremely difficult in order for that to swing back into the favor of the blue team. That, and it's just all their towers are pushed to their inhibitor towers, and for the most part the middle one's really low. The other ones are okay, but the middle one's really low, so their blue team's going to have to, they're forced to stay in mid unless they want inhibitor to go down. I'm mildly surprised though. Nocturne's going in, does get stunned from the Xerath. Xerath does put out a lot of damage, but Riven just does not care at this point. And Nocturne ults onto somebody that's dead and gets a perfect double kill from the Corki. Actually does not pick up the double kill. Unfortunately, the big one missile barrage just barely misses. Barely misses. It looked like it went right through her, and she has enough stacks on her Bloodthirster. Yeah, so she's max Bloodthirster stacks. She was getting so much life steal just from auto-attacking Corki. Every other auto-attack. And now the blue team is in a huge danger of losing their very first inhibitor of the game, which would not be a good sign. It's also possible they're going to lose another inhibitor turret as well simultaneously, and I don't even know if there's... It doesn't even look like anybody is connected on the blue team at the current moment. Oh, Kennen's back. Okay, so we have Kennen. Kennen has to fend off 5 people that are taking their inhibitors. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to work. These are one of the this is probably the only type of game I dislike casting, is the ones where there's so many connection issues, whether it's, you know, DDoSing or internet failures or computer or hardware issues, internet getting shut off. So many different things could be the problem. It's just the fact that this stuff happens is really, really not that fun. The first Nexus tower goes down, they're gonna take down the second one almost instantly. It doesn't even look like they're trying to take it down and end the game. The blue team can't even really do a certain a great grab by the Blitzcrank, being able to take out that damage. Corki gets feared and is trying to go back to spawn, and they do survive. Kennen does go down though, and they're still not going after that Nexus tower. They're not going to end it quite yet. Kind of want to mess around a little bit more. Fortunately, this was not the best of games, so hopefully we can get a better one the next day. And again, when disconnect issues like this happen, which it will eventually when you're playing, Kennen is saying that Blitz is invisible and you can't see him. But it is going to be GGs are being casted, or being shouted out. Great ult from Ezreal, hitting all 5 members. Lightbinding not quite getting. Oh, and the Ashe arrow coming out and kind of lags through Blitzcrank, but they are unable to finish it. And I guess congratulations to the red team, although they didn't get the victory shout out. Congratulations, and very, very sorry about the blue team. Better luck next time. Hopefully Wright can get these issues fixed. When I was watching a stream earlier, I did notice that the HUD, like the walls and everything that was around, even this like little thing up here, was all missing from a couple streams. So all you saw was like their little ping number, the number for the ping, not even the little bar. Or I think that's FPS. That might be FPS. Didn't even see the KDA up here, the kill death assist. I think under here where it has your spells and everything, it just showed the spell pictures. It didn't show any graphics around it. So that may be part of the problem as far as what they were saying, how some of the champions are invisible after they reconnected. There might be a new disconnect bug type thing. So we'll see how everything turns out. Hopefully these issues do get fixed. This could be a major issue in the future. So just kind of watch out for it. And if you're planning on raising the ELO, or trying to raise your ELO, try to make sure that this problem is fixed beforehand, because if it happens to you, it's very possible that your team will not be victorious and you'll go down even further. But yeah, thanks for watching again, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.